Welcome to Santa Margarita Catholic High School's Showcase School application for 2018-2019. We thought we'd do something a little different given that we've hosted so many Showcase School visits. We wanted to take everybody on the committee and everybody at Microsoft through what it looks like to do a visit. So we'll just walk you through the slides and briefly talk about what we go through with our guests when they come on campus. So we always title it for 4 years, 1,800 devices, no problem. And obviously the whole point of this is that nothing is perfect. Even though we're a showcase school and kind of on the forefront of all this ed tech stuff, nothing is perfect. So we'll take you through the rest of the presentation that, again, all of our guests go through. We cover three major areas with our guests. One, we want to walk them through the creation and foundation of our program. We want to talk about the important strides we've made with infrastructure and mainly our IT support. And training and distribution is very important to us, how we rolled out our program from the beginning, and then what we do every summer to get our kids ready to go is super important. So these are the three major areas of focus that we have in our presentation. The first thing we address is obviously why, and the why is twofold for us. One, it was mandated by our diocese that every school was going to go one-to-one, but that wasn't the real point. We had been looking at it for a while, and the biggest reason we came to is this is the way the world's going, and we recognize an opportunity to make teachers and students more efficient, to increase collaboration and communication. And in the beginning, our hope was that it would improve learning and teaching, and it certainly has made a big impact on our campus. And we obviously do our best to share that, and especially with the classroom visits that we do with the folks that come see us on campus. One of the key things I think we do really well is we get our students involved. So the idea here is that the person who sweeps the floor should choose the broom. So every year we get a bunch of test devices. We do the Surface, we do a Lenovo, a Dell, an HP, and we put it in the hands of about 10 to 15 students and teachers as well, and let them test it out. We want to hear from them and find out really what's working for them, what's not, and really have them be a part of this, a significant part of this process in choosing the device and moving the program forward. At our school in particular, curriculum is key. Students come to Santa Margarita for the education, for the preparation they get as they head towards college. So we always want technology to be a tool that aids in the learning process of our students. We don't ever want one to trump the other. We want there to be a nice natural balance between the two. So everything we do is with that in mind, trying to create this balance between technology and curriculum. On the IT side of things, we spent an entire year and a half before the program even rolled out in 13 and 14 to really build up our infrastructure. So we never want this traffic situation to happen on our campus. We always want to make sure the bandwidth is there, the Wi-Fi nodes are properly executed, the tech center is ready to handle all issues, and really think about the back-end support before we just put devices in the hands of students, and that's really paid off for us. One of the things we always preach is that we need to work together. And whether it's the IT and EdTech department supporting our teachers and students supporting each other, teachers and students supporting one another, we really want to create this culture of sharing information and collaboration and working together. And if you see something new and inventive in a classroom, like, ask about it. Ask one of your classmates, ask your teacher, ask one of your peers how they're doing that. And really building this collaborative idea to help the program move forward. One of the biggest things we stress in our presentations is the partnerships. And these are just a few of the major ones that we've built, but these companies have been instrumental in our success. As much work as we've put into it, we couldn't do it without Microsoft and Intel and Class Policy, and GST's our third-party sales provider. And these companies have been instrumental in helping us and challenging us too. And the way we've built those relationships and the way we want to continue to build those relationships is at the top of our priority list in continuing to build our EdTech program. So don't be alarmed by this slide, but the point here is we've always wanted to maintain a focus. We saw too many one-to-one and EdTech programs, regardless of device, really just kind of veer off the roadway and create too many branches and not stay true to the heart, the foundation of the house, or the trunk of the tree, if you will. Excuse the multiple analogies, but we always wanted to remain focused. And the biggest way we did that is by creating our 5 essentials. So the 5 essentials for us are the 5 main things, the 5 pillars of our EdTech and one-to-one program. The first of which is Microsoft OneNote and class notebooks. And I guess this fall I would add Teams to that list. We'll be implementing Teams across the entire campus. We separated that out from Office 365. We kind of saw those as 2 separate things. Even though we know they work together, we wanted them to be 2 separate pillars because of the way kids could still, share documents in Word and Excel and PowerPoint and that kind of thing. Our LMS is Moodle. We call it the Learning Portal. We still have several teachers that are using that, so we wanted to continue to support that. Obviously, understanding or helping kids understand how to use Windows 10 with tiles and multiple desktops and all that kind of thing. We wanted them to really be proficient in the management and use of Windows 10 to be efficient computer users. And then on the teacher side, classroom management software, which is where class policy comes in. If teachers want to use it, being able to limit where students are and where they go and keeping them focused in the class period. Training and education has been really, really key for us. I think that's one of the things that helped us become a showcase school from the beginning. Every summer, all the incoming freshmen, before they come and pick up their device, but before they can go home with it, they sit through about a 2.5 or 3 hour training session where we run through all of those 5 essentials and just get them used to working with a device. We have many Apple families and folks that are used to using a Mac or an iPad, or even some kids that come from a Chromebook school. So we really want them to understand what it's like to use a Windows device before they get here on the first day. And that's been highly successful and has really helped our students. And the last thing is kind of a wrap up on that support is really being there for our teachers and students, whether it's the Tech Service Center or being quick to answer emails or getting around a classroom so you can really understand what's going on. That's I kind of think where my role comes in is really being at the forefront and being a face of the program, not just a name behind the email or whatnot. So we really want our students and teachers to know that we're here to support them, we're here to help them, and this program is only successful if they're able to use it. So if we're failing, we want to be able to correct mistakes and get things moving back in the right direction. We always like to end with our 2 contact points here. Myself, of course, as the Showcase School Leader, and Peter Leonard, our Director of IT, who many people at Microsoft know. He's heavily involved in all this stuff, so we always want to make sure that everybody's aware of how they can get a hold of us. So again, a little bit different approach to a Showcase School application, but with over 20 or so Showcase School visits, we're really proud of that. Really happy to show off what we do and talk about our strengths and areas of growth. And so hopefully giving you guys some perspective on the general perspective on what we present to our guests will help you understand why we think we deserve to continue to be a Showcase School. So we look forward to continue to being a part of the process, and very thankful to everybody at Microsoft for all you guys have done for us. So take care, thanks again, and have a great day.